Okay, keep your eyes shut. Don't peek at the surprise. Get in place. Go.
Who are you talking to?
It'll just be a second. And 3, 2, cheers. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
Wow, is this your car?
Yep.
Thanks.
Oh, I can't do it. Let's do this. Oh. I did. No! No! Let's see, which one are you going for?
Orange.
No, I got it. You want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
Ta-da! Are you kidding me? What does it take to impress you guys these days? I work all this magic just because I've done a trick.
No, don't eat me! Don't eat me! No! Are you dressed and ready to go?
Yeah, I'm dressed. I've been ready.
What are you doing? You cannot go like that.
It's got the ice cream! There's some clothes I don't put in the laundry just because, like this shirt. You guys, little mouse got stuck. Come here, buddy. Here, be free. Ah, look at you. I don't like to push my friends in the pool. I like to throw them. You ready, Josh? It's summertime, baby. All right, Michael, you're gonna need this. Oh, I almost forgot. Cheers.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to Collision Live. So I'm not really the most violent person at all. Like I'm really not. But I do like to buy my guns from a T-Rex because he's a small arms dealer. All right, it's time to get this show started. I hope you guys are doing well, that you've had a good week. We've had a fun week so far. I think some of you were able to join us for movie night last Wednesday night, which was a lot of fun. We actually got to see each other in person, which is so cool. And then yesterday we went on a hike, and it was really fun. It was good exercise. It was good to see a bunch of you. There's a few of you I hadn't seen in a long time, so it was really cool. I hope you guys are doing well. We've got a great Collision Live for you tonight. We got a YouTube video we're going to show you here in just a bit. We've got a great game where hopefully there will be a very clear winner. You might win some candy if you win the game, so there's that. And then we've got Mitchell is doing our web show tonight. We've got a special guest with him. I don't think Alex can make it, because I think he's organizing his My Little Pony set or something like that. I don't know. It could be anything with that guy. But anyway, so we got that going on. Then we got our devotion that we're going to be going through tonight. We're starting a series called Getting There, and it's all about making the right kind of choices. So I hope that you will stay tuned, that you will watch throughout the whole episode. We're going to have a lot of fun. So let's get to that YouTube video of the week. I think you might like this. This is a Jack Russell Terrier going a little crazy at a dog show and not doing what he's supposed to do, but it's still pretty hilarious.
Whoa, little Jack Russell here, Ollie with Karen from the Blue Cross. Closes out the group. This is the last of the small dogs. He's all over the place, and so he should be. Ollie and Karen here. Ollie was rehome from Blue Cross when he was around 10 weeks old. Wrong way through. Oh well, doesn't really matter, does it? When he got to his home, they changed his name to Lockie, then changed it to Ollie. So he's probably a bit confused. Some people think he should have stayed as Lockie, as he's an absolute handful. Ollie is totally crazy. As you can see, he's having a ball. Loves life and exercise. Well done, the Blue Cross. Persevere. First, catch your dog. Oh, I love it. Yeah, he'll be out in the collection room. You'll never catch him now. There we go. Well done, Karen. Look at this. Oh, what a nosedive. And he couldn't care less. Here we go. Whee! That's one of the best shots I've seen in a long time. I love it.
All right, hope you enjoyed that great video of that Jack Russell going crazy. That's a good suggestion by Mitchell Bonner. If you have any other good ideas for YouTube videos, please send them my way, as long as they're not copyrighted content. And then I can show them on the show. So, all right, let's get to our guests today. We've got the good, awesome Mitchell Bonner, but we also have Jacob Dumas as well. So both of them are here. Hey, how's it going, Jacob?
Hey, it's going good.
Oh, yeah, and you too, Mitchell. How's it going?
Yeah, it's all right. Good or well, Jacob? I thought your dad was an English teacher. Professor.
I don't know. I haven't been in school for a while, so.
Okay, fair enough.
You didn't need to know any of that stuff you learned in school anyway.
No, definitely not.
No. So Jacob, for many of you, if you don't know who Jacob is, he was in the youth group at Foundation for years and years. It seemed like an eternity. But
Your best eternity.
But he was in youth and was a fun student. But he was also our summer intern 1 year. What summer was that? When was that?
2017.
2017?
I think.
It seems like so long ago.
Yeah,
I know.
But it wasn't that long ago. But anyway, so Jacob is calling us all the way from Maryland. He lives out there and works out there now, and he graciously agreed to be our awesome host with Mitchell today. So, like I said, Alex is gone. He's doing something. He said something came up. So I don't know what that could be. Mitchell, do you have any ideas of what that could be?
I do not. I have not had any contact with him.
So who knows?
I hate that guy. I have his number blocked, so.
I don't know. He's probably trying to like bomb some Pepsi factories or something like that. I don't know. He kind of hates like that. So, but it's all right. We'll get by without him. I mean, really, the show is really Mitchell, and Alex is just kind of the sidekick, I think. So
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go ahead. They're going to catch us up on the news and the memes and everything in between. And so I will turn it over to you guys, and I'll just let you guys do it unless you want me to stay on for any reason.
You should stay on.
I should? Okay.
You can be the Alex.
Okay, I can be the Alex. Well, maybe I can pull off Alex better than Alex can, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me see if I can throw this up here and get rid of some people. All right.
I have a good picture of Jacob up
That
here.
was a very, very old picture.
Oh,
I thought that was like last month. That's not. Your hair grows really fast, so.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So does my beard. Yeah.
So normally we start, and the person on the show says welcome to, and then reads it off. And if you mess up any of the wording, you get kicked off. So.
Okay.
Best.
I can't read. Welcome to the Jacob and Mitchell super duper awesome weekly church fun time web show extravaganza. Is that good? Live. Sorry, I can't read.
Really embarrassing. All right, we'll move on.
Embarrassing.
We'll slip over that. All right. Alex isn't here edition. Alex isn't here.
The best kind of edition.
I hope he watches this later. So this is perfect.
We have some memes. So Jacob, or actually Clinton, why don't you read the first one?
Okay. My dog going for a walk at the same place the 1,000th time. It's
Is
so
that how
true.
it is?
It's so true. My dog is the same way. Like, I mean, if he gets to go on the ride in the car or anything, like, he just thinks it's the greatest thing ever. Like, it's the best day. So, yeah. I think Alex is this way sometimes, too. But...
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I showed my cards there.
I can't even read that.
Here, I got this one. You can take the next one.
I don't want the next one.
People who sell meat are gross, but people who sell fruits and vegetables are grosser. But
Ooh.
I'll put this in the slide. Anyway, so Jacob, why don't you read the next meme?
Oh my god.
It's really funny.
It is kind of funny. So the top right one is 42.
Are you having to wink one eye to do it?
I'm trying. I'm getting better at it. I can't. This is really small on my screen.
For those of you who don't know, Jacob's actually colorblind in one eye, and we love to make fun of him relentlessly for it.
Bottom one's 28.
29.
Dang it.
All right, hold on. I think we've got to explain something here really quick because if you don't know Jacob, essentially what happened in high school, he got hit plenty of times, a football field or by a bully or something like that, and he basically went colorblind in one eye, but he didn't tell anybody about it. And his parents didn't find out about it till like he was talking about it in youth. And I think that's the craziest story ever. So obviously, anytime there's color involved, Jacob always makes everybody feel bad. Like, oh, I can't see color.
Yeah,
but it's in
it's
one
my job.
eye. It's in one eye. You can
It's
see.
in one eye. It's fine. I can't. The top one looks like 10, but I can't read that. I'm not gonna get the bottom right one. That one's not gonna come out.
That's all right. I appreciate you doing your best.
Yeah. I tried.
That bottom right is 1, right?
Yeah, it's one. It's 8, 42.
If you have
29.
trouble,
8,
how do
42,
you
29, and 1.
Me to do that.
Your mom?
I just wanted to raise awareness about this disability. That's all. It's a good thing. All right, you got it, Jacob.
Oh, geez. Okay. 36 people have been murdered in this house. Horror movie family. That's pretty true.
Oh, that's funny.
Now we have some news.
News.
Walmart now requires all shoppers to wear pants. A good one.
Oh,
Especially-
thank
That's
the
hard
Lord.
to check.
I'm tired of going to Walmart and just people are pantsless all around me. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You should come up to Maryland. It's crazy.
It's
Even
even
worse.
worse
than that.
there than in Texas.
I
Yeah.
doubt.
It's crazy.
Makes sense.
Clinton, you want to read this one?
Oh, this is perfect. Sharon needs to see this. Our children's director. Regular VBS volunteers enjoy most peaceful summer in years. Oh, it's true. It's true. You can't have VBS going on with Corona going on everywhere. So that's just.
I volunteered once, like 3 years ago. It was crazy. I got like the 7-year-olds, or maybe like there's the age where they just are just old enough to know what they're doing, but young enough to not quite listen to you. It was a great combination.
I know Jacob's done VBS several times. He's helped with that. That's like
It's,
right up his alley.
Sharon always seemed to puppy dog eye me into doing it. And I did not enjoy it either. Like I got put in like the backfill spots, the ones that like nobody wanted. And it was exciting stuff.
Good times.
Jacob, you got it.
Oof. Bank heist crew beginning to question inclusion of entomology experts.
I don't know why I thought. I mean, it's true.
So
It's a
he's
good
just
message.
so busy looking at other things that he's not robbing the bank like he's supposed to.
He's not worried about the money.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is he analyzing specimens? And there.
Mm.
Fisher Price introduces new bungee jumperoo for thrill-seeking babies.
Oh, this would be amazing. There'd be some babies that would be totally cool with that,
Yeah.
and then others that would scream their heads off.
I haven't learned the lesson yet. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Lastly, we have announcements. Join us Thursday, July 23rd from 7 to 8:30 p.m. for online games. You will need to join the Google Meet link that's below this video and be sure to have a phone or iPad ready to join the games. Clinton, you can announce the fact that you're slacking if you want.
That's not what's happening. Come on, jeez. So there's gonna be no Collision live next week because I'm going to be on vacation, and so Mitchell and Alex just drive me crazy so much that I gotta get away. I have to get away. So we're gonna take some much needed vacation time, and so we'll be off. So you don't need to worry about tuning in. But the next week, is that the next announcement or?
No, I didn't put it in there.
You didn't put that? Okay, well, they got to know this. Next week, or not next week, but the week after, August the 2nd, Alex and Mitchell will be leading Collision. So Alex is going to be doing the live stream, and Mitchell will be joining him. And who knows what they will have in store, because I literally don't know what they're going to do. So
We need to interact. Be there.
I may need them to tell me so that way it's safe and appropriate to be online for all of time.
Oh, we're going to slander the church's name. All right. That is it. That's the show.
That's it.
Jacob, normally we have a person say this has been and then say the show name again, but just follow your heart, whatever you want to do. Just exit us out. What do you have to say to the world?
Stay in school. Don't do drugs, and love Jesus.
Ooh,
I feel like that's pretty good.
nice.
Profound.
I like it. It was so personal.
Yeah. I was mainly talking to Mitchell, but
Aren't we all?
My drugs.
Nice. Oh, whoa! I got 2 Mitchells up there.
Great.
I don't know.
Even better.
Mitchells. Whoa! There's so many of you. Why did that happen? It's weird. I don't know technology well. Anyway, Jacob, thank you so much for doing the show with us. I miss you. I wish you weren't all the way in Maryland. So
I know sometimes it's like, man, I'm in Maryland.
I know. Now there's 2 Jacobs. What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. Mitchell, thank you so much for being dutiful and diligent to show up and not slack off like Alex.
tough job, but somebody's got to do it. So
Exactly. All right. Well, I will say goodbye to you guys. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
all right.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Let me hang up here. Get them out of the way. All right. You guys ready for this? We got a game. And this is going to be a great game. This is called Cereal Connoisseur. Connoisseur. It's like, like a master or somebody who's, great at a specific thing. And so this is Cereal Connoisseur. This is actually a game where you can win something. We're going to keep track of who gets the answers right the quickest, and then we will go from there. So how this will work is here in just a second, I will put up a slide that shows cereal in a bowl. And you have to be the first one in the live chat to reply with what cereal is in that bowl. If you are the first one to reply for that specific slide, you will get a point. We will go through all of them, and then whoever has the most points by the end of the show or by the end of the game, then I will bring you candy tomorrow. Yeah, I guarantee it. I'll make it happen. Whatever candy that you want, as long as I can get a hold of it somehow. So here we go. I'll show it to you. Just a word of note, just for a second. The way that this game, whoever created it, they kind of zoomed in on the cereal just a little bit. So it's going to look a little bit bigger in the bowl background that they have it in. So I'm just giving you that little tip so that you will know how it's going to go here. But I think you guys got this. It's no big deal. All right. This is the sample. This won't count, but let's see. We won't count this as a point, but we'll see who can get the correct answer on this one. It's easy. It's super simple. I'd love to see who gets it first. I particularly like the chocolate version of these, and they have a different taste just a little bit. But yep, right there. Now I'll give it to you. It's the sample, so it's not like it's a real point or anything like that. But I believe this is William. This is Rice Krispies. So it's not Rice Krispie treats, because the treats have the marshmallow in them. It's just Rice Krispies. So technically for the sample, Mitchell Bonner got it right. But that's just a sample. We're not counting it. We're going to go past that. I believe the next slide has what that one is. Yes, Rice Krispies. That's what that one was. All right, so here we go with the next one. Be the quickest that you can to try to guess it. If you're the first answer that is correct in the live chat, I will give you a point. Most points by the end of the game will win some candy. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. Boom. All right, you can get this one. This is a very easy one. Not particularly my favorite. I don't know. There's only one cereal that I like the most, and I believe it's in this PDF that we're showing here. But we'll get to that in just a second. So if you think you know the answer, put that in the live chat. I believe we've got William and Ben. It's not Frosted Flakes, it's Frosted Flakes, but I knew what you meant. I will give it to you. You get that one, William. And actually, here's how we'll do this. William and Ben, I know you guys are playing on the same, like you're watching the same thing and doing the same live chat. And so how about you guys just play as one? And if you guys win, I will bring you both candy. Same goes for any other siblings that happen to be sharing a computer. I will make sure that you both or all of you get the candy that you so deserve. But yes, William and Ben, you were right on that one. It is Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes. Grace, you were real close. You were almost there. William and Ben just happened to get it just right before you. Maddie as well. Addie, it wasn't Raisin Bran, not quite. Close. I could see how you could get those confused, but it was Frosted Flakes. All right. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and count William and Ben as one. So you guys have 1 point. All right. Let's see what the next one is. First one to reply will get a point. Whoever has the most points wins some candy. So you guys can get it. Yeah, Ben, I see that. I see it. I know you were talking about that. You actually technically typed Frosted Flakes and spelled it correctly compared to William. But I'm just going to count both of you at the same. So that way you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to try to figure out who's typing or who's taking turns or anything like that. So, all right. It looks like we've got a clear winner. Man, some of you were so close. They all kind of came in at the same time, but it is Apple Jacks. Looks like William and Ben get that one again. Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks are pretty good. I don't know. I've never really ate them much, but they taste pretty good. But anyway, so many of the others of you got it. Addie, you had it. Stormy, you had it. Mitchell, Grace, Maddie, you guys were all on it. So good job. But William and Ben get that point for that one. So here we go for the next one. What do you think it is? Oh, obviously that was Apple Jacks. All right. And for the next one, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Man, oh, yeah. I remember what this one was. I almost forgot what it was. Then that would have been hard to determine who the winner was without actually looking at the next slide. But I got it. I'm ready. Let's see if you're ready. See if you know this. I think you guys can do this. This is a pretty popular cereal. So let's see. I'll wait just a little bit. I still don't have a correct answer. I see one answer on there, but I'm going to need the name of the cereal. There it is. I'm going to have to give that to Ben and William. Stormy, I know you were right before that, but you just said Graham. And technically it is Golden Grams. So I just wasn't close enough. So I've got to give it. I got to give it to William and Ben. I'm sorry. That's just what's got to happen. But it was not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I know you think that's what it is, but it is Golden Grams. That is the answer. And I was never a big fan of Golden Grams, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch is probably my favorite. That or Life cereal. Both of those were just spectacular. I loved those. So let's go ahead and go to the next one and see if you can get it. What do we got? This one's super easy. You should know this one. This one was all right. I don't know. I don't like cereals that are really hard like that. They could cut the roof of your mouth. So this is one of those that might possibly do it. So, okay, we're getting close, but I still don't have a correct answer. So, you can do this. Yep, there we go. We got it. It was William and Ben again. It was Captain Crunch, but this is a specific kind of Captain Crunch. Yeah, I'm not going to give it to you, William. I'm not going to give it to you yet because it's a different kind of Captain Crunch. So as long as somebody puts in the correct answer, they will get a point for this one. So, sorry. I mean, William and Ben, you already got 2 points, so you're doing well. It's not going to hurt you that much unless you answer with the correct answer. But this is a specific kind of Captain Crunch. So I'm going to wait on the exact correct answer. If I'm going to be a stickler about Graham, then I got to be a stickler about this one as well. It is not Trix and Captain Crunch, but Maddie, you're actually really close. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. It's Captain Crunch, but it's not all berries, because obviously there's still the other stuff in it, but it is Captain Crunch and berries. So there's these berries in them that are a part of it. So it's Captain Crunch berries. So Maddie, I think you were actually the closest on that one. I'm going to go ahead and give that to you, so you get a point for that. But Captain Crunch, you were very close with it, but I needed you to be as specific as possible. So good job, Maddie. Way to go. All right, next one. What do we got here? Let's see if you can get this one. This one was all right. Again, not one of my favorites. Cinnamon Toast Crunch was one of my favorites. And so I'll just leave this up to you guys to decide what this one is. So right now, our scores. William and Ben have 2 points, and Maddie has 1 point. So it's anybody's game. There's still, what? 16. There's tons of these. I've got like 34 slides, and I'm on slide 12 right now. So let's see what we got here. All right. I believe Grace has that with the answer Corn Pops. It is Corn Pops. That was the answer. Kellogg's Corn Pops. Not my favorite, but a good source of fiber, apparently. So Grace, you've got a point for that one. So we are now, I'll tell you the scores in just a second. Let's go ahead and go to the second one, or the next one after that. All right, what do you got? You can do this. You can make this happen. This is a pretty popular cereal. But right now, our scores are William and Ben have 2 points. Maddie has 1 point, and Grace has 1 point. Let's see how you all do. I guess if there happens to be some kind of tie for first, oh no, we're gonna have to figure out what to do. Maybe a live stream rock paper scissors. I don't know how you would do that. I think that would be really hard to do. All right, it looks like William and Ben have it with Fruity Pebbles. The answer is Fruity Pebbles. The rest of you guys were on it. I don't see any wrong answers on that one. But I got to give that to William and Ben. So Fruity Pebbles. All right, moving on. We're going fast. Let's see what we got here. Okay, hold on. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, what is this one? What is this one? This is, my daughters actually enjoyed this one for a while. They like this one, but now it's, now I think their favorite is like Reese's Puffs or something like that. But this is a good one. I love what this cereal does to the milk. It's perfect. It's awesome. So let's see what we got here. Oh, it looks like William and Ben are at it again. They've got it. That's correct. It is Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs. So William and Ben, good job. You're up to 4 points now. But yeah, this is a great one. I love that cereal because it turns the milk nice and chocolatey. It's good times. All right, let's go to the next one. We're moving along. Okay, what do you got here? You guys should be able to do this one. This is super easy. I think this is an old image. There's some new marshmallows in this one now that are pretty good. But I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. Right now, William and Ben are at 4 points. Maddie's at 1 point, and Grace is at 1 point. So you guys can easily get this one. This one's a pretty easy one. All right, boom, man. They're just on it tonight. They are on fire. William and Ben, Lucky Charms. I wonder if the live stream is getting to them faster because their internet's just even better. I don't know, maybe. But a lot of you were on top of it. Stormy with Lucky Charms, Grace with Lucky Charms. But that point is going to have to go to William and Ben. They've got a clear lead, but we still have more cereal to go through. This one, you were right on that one. It is Lucky Charms. And now with more whole grain than any other ingredient. There's more whole grain in it. I don't know how true that is. I'm skeptical of those messages on the box. I think they're trying to trick moms into buying this for their kids so that they'll eat them. I don't know. All right, here we go. The next one. So William and Ben have a very clear lead right now with 5. Maddie has 1, and Grace has 1 as well. But you can come back from this. You just got to be on it. You just got to be a cereal connoisseur. Yep. I know that's what some of you dream to become one day, a cereal connoisseur. But let's see what we got here. Oh, it looks like they are at it again. William and Ben. It is Cookie Crunch. The answer is the Cookie Crunch or Cookie Crisp. Ooh. I'm going to have to, actually, I think I may have to give that to Mitchell. He actually put Cookie Crisp, so he put the exact title. I'm okay with spelling mistakes, but William, you were really close. Cookie Crunch, but it's actually Cookie Crisp, so I technically got to give that to Mitchell. So good job, Mitchell. Way to go. You got 1 point. 4 more. You can tie William and Ben. Cookie. I don't remember that. Is this an old box, or is that the mascot for Cookie Crisp? Because that does not look like the mascot for Cookie Crisp. Maybe I don't know. I don't watch commercials anymore, so I have no idea what's what. But I just don't remember that being the mascot. Maybe I'm just getting old. And then, Mitchell with the nice antagonism for William. Just get wrecked. Man, whew, that's rough. All right, let's go to the next one. What do you got? This is super easy. If you get this one wrong, man, oof, I don't know what to say. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for you. Yeah, I think you're right, William, that was an old box that they had. These are slides. This is a game I download from a site called Download Youth Ministry. They got lots of cool games and curriculum and stuff like that. And so their on-screen games are pretty inexpensive and a lot of fun. And there's people that can put things together like this way better than I can. So let's see what we got here. It looks like it is actually William with Fruit Loops. Technically, fruit is F-R-U-I-T, but I know you were... I know what you're getting at there. But Addie looks like she was right behind you with Fruit Loops. Grace is going with Root Loops, but it is Fruit Loops. I'm pretty sure. Yep. So William, you and Ben, you get another point. You guys are up 6 points. You're gonna have to tell me in the chat what kind of candy that you want if you guys win this, unless there's just a huge upset and somebody comes back. I think we've got 4 or 5 more, I believe. Yeah. So at this point, Stormy is buying her own candy. She has given up all hope of possibly winning and getting this in. I don't know. You never know. Maybe Mitchell or maybe William might do something crazy and get points taken away. Who knows? I don't know. All right, next one. Here we go. This one, man, I've forgotten the exact. Oh, yeah. I remember what this one is. But I will let you guys weigh in on what this one is. I'll let you all answer, then we'll go to the next slide because I'm not 100% sure on this name. I'm like 89% sure. So I don't want to look silly saying what it is without going to the next slide. But I will let you guys do the answers. So, all right, looks like one of our first answers is French Toast Crunch. Mitchell's just going with the classic corn. Ben's weighing in French Toast Crunch. Addie's saying French Toast Cereal. They look like little itty bitty mini French toasts. I used to love French toast all the time, and now I don't know. I don't do it as much. May need to jump back on that. Yeah, you're right, Ben. Mitchell isn't wrong. There's probably a lot of corn in it that's made it. So let's see what the answer is on this one. I believe you guys are on to something there. Yes, it is French Toast Crunch. French Toast Crunch, and William and Ben were on it. Man, you guys are on fire. You're on fire. You're now at 7 points. Maddie has 1 point. Grace has 1 point. And Mitchell has 1 point. Let's switch things up just a little bit. And how about the next few questions? How about the next few cereals are worth 3 points apiece? 3 points apiece. The cereals are now worth. So if you only have 1 point or you have no points on the board, you could possibly catch up within the next couple answers. So I'll let that happen. So let's do that. So 3 points if you get any of the next ones right. Here we go. This right here is one of my daughters, their favorite cereal. They love it. We have to get it all the time. And I'm sure it is really healthy and full of vitamins and minerals that make my daughters grow up big and strong. And so here, let me give you just a little bit of a heads up. William and Ben think it's very unfair that all of a sudden I'm giving out lots of points. But my guess is that they wouldn't be so mad if they were behind. They would love it, and they would think it's a cool thing. But it looks like that William and Ben have got the answer the quickest again. So, like I said, they get 3 points. They're now at 10 points. Yeah, that cereal was Reese's Puffs. William and Ben are at 10 points. Maddie has 1 point. Grace has 1 point. And Mitchell has 1 point. I think we've got 28. We got 30. And 32, maybe? So I think we got 3 more left. All right, we're going to keep going with 3 points apiece. So we're going to just keep it going. All right, Jessica's watching with us. Yes, peanut butter cereal, Jessica. That's the name they were originally going to go with, but then they decided to slap the Reese's name on there so it would sell better. But I'd totally buy it if it was just called peanut butter cereal. Anything with peanut butter is my favorite. And that reminds me, Mitchell, I gotta get you some peanut butter cookies here later. All right, so that's Reese's Puffs. All right, let's go with the next one. 3 points apiece. Don't forget. Boom. Let's see what we got here. This one's should be fairly easy. I don't think any of these are extremely hard, but this one should be a good one. I think you can easily handle it. We'll wait just a second. And boom, I believe we got it. Looks like William and Ben have it again with Raisin Bran. That's 1, 2, 3 points. They are now at 13 points. Maddie's at 1 point. Grace is at 1 point. And Mitchell is at 1 point. So you guys are doing good. Yeah, a lot of you knew it was Raisin Bran. You were on it. You were on it. And you know what? It doesn't matter who has the most points. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just matters that we're together and playing the game, you know? All right, next one. Boom. What's it going to be? Oh, I think you can get this one. I think somebody might have mentioned this earlier. But anyway, like I said, we're 3 points apiece. I'm waiting just to see what it's going to be. I'm pretty sure what this one is, but I may need to wait for all the answers to come in and then go to the next slide. So we've got a few answers here. Looks like Addie is going with Trix. Ben saying Grid. Grid. We got Fruit Puffs. We've got another one for Trix. Another one for Trix. A lot of you guys are having trouble with hitting the X on your keyboard. Trip, Tris, Grid. I guess you're just typing really fast. You're trying to get the answers in. I get it. I get it. I'd probably be doing the same thing. So, yeah, Ben's thing auto-corrected. Yep. I hate it when that happens. Autocorrect, man, whew, it's rough. It's rough out there. I don't believe anybody's got this yet. I didn't think it was Trix. Yeah. So, I'll wait just a couple more, like 15 seconds here to let anybody else weigh in if they have an answer. Because I've forgotten what this one is. So I don't know if anybody's right, but I could be totally wrong. That's fine. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And that's all right. Not a big deal. All right. Yeah, everybody. So nobody's phone or tablet or likes the word Trix. It automatically autocorrects that. So, all right, let's see what we got here. It is Trix. You were on it. Let's see who was the first one. I believe Addie was the first one on that. Addie just popped into second place with 3 points. So William and Ben have 13. Maddie has 1. Grace has 1. Mitchell has 1. And Addie has 3. All right. I believe this is our last one. And I better keep the points how they are. So we don't cheat anybody out of all the hard work that they've done so far on the live stream. So let's go to the second one here. Oh, yeah. I remember what this one was. I think you guys can get it as well. You know what? I got to tell you, I don't know if I've ever had this cereal before. I've tried lots of different cereals, but this just happens to be the one that I have not eaten. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Waiting on your answers for this one. And boom, William and Ben have it again with Count Chocula. It is Count Chocula. I've never actually had it. Yeah, so excellent. That's another 3 points. 1, 2, 3, with looks like 16 points so far. And Addie has 3, Maddie has 1, Grace has 1, and Mitchell has 1. That was Serial Connoisseur, and the obvious connoisseurs are, I mean, most of you got them right whenever you're putting your answers, but William and Ben happened to be the fastest. So I got to give it to them. You guys get some candy this week. Put in the live chat what kind of candy you would like, and I will do my best to try to bring it to you tomorrow or Tuesday and drop it off at your house because I know where you live. So awesome job, guys. That was a lot of fun. Excellent. So we play on-screen games like that every week. Sometimes they're one where you can play for points and win and maybe get some candy. And other times they're just like, just fun on-screen games that we just all add our input to. So anyway, yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our devotion tonight. Let's pray before we get started. Thank you all so much for being on the live stream. I hope that you continue to listen because I think God has something that he wants to teach us tonight. So let's go to the Lord in prayer this morning. God, thank you so much that you love us, that you provide for us. I thank you for these students, and I thank you for what you're doing in their lives. God, I pray that you continue to draw them closer to yourself. Help them to know what it means to follow you, to love you, and to love others. And we love you, God, and it is in your name that we pray. Amen. All right, so we're going to start the series called Getting There. But before we do that, this kind of lends into the discussion of what we're talking about. Have you ever been somewhere that you didn't belong? Have you ever been in a situation that you didn't belong? So I remember back when I was in 5th grade, I got invited to this boy's birthday party. And so it was at his house. And so I went there. I knew him a little bit. We weren't like best friends or anything like that, but I knew him. And so he invited me to his party. I was excited to go. I got there. Man, we enjoyed. I think we had pizza. We had cake, ice cream. It was awesome. It was amazing. And then kind of towards the end of the evening, he put on a scary movie for him and his friends to watch, for us to watch. And so I was a little bit uncomfortable with that because I was in 5th grade. I wasn't allowed to watch scary movies. It just wasn't the best thing for me and so, at that time. And so I just felt like I didn't belong. They all wanted to watch this, and I really had no desire to watch a scary movie. I knew it would probably give me bad dreams. It was something that my mom didn't really want me watching. And so I remember calling my mom. I don't remember what kind of excuse I gave to my friend, but my mom came and picked me up and took me home. Now, although today I will watch a scary movie from time to time, I just knew in 5th grade that I wasn't supposed to watch things like that. I was in a situation that I knew I didn't want to be in. And so as we kick off our new series tonight, there are 2 big questions that I want to ask, that we're going to ask tonight, that we're going to ask for the next 3 weeks of this series. Obviously, we're not meeting next week, and Alex and Mitchell are going to be doing their own thing on August the 2nd, but we'll pick this up on August the 9th for week 2 of the series called Getting There. So there are 2 big questions that I want to ask. The first thing is, where do you want to be, and where are you going? Where do you want to be, and where are you going? And I don't mean that in like, a literal kind of just like funny way. Like, where do you want to be? Like, oh, I want to be at spare time playing games. Or where are you going? Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting, in my house watching a live stream. I'm talking about like these questions as applied to your life as a whole. Where are you going, and where do you want to be? The reason that I'm asking these questions because your answers to them matter. So many of us, we just kind of go along in life, not really setting goals or deciding where we want to be or where we want to go. So maybe some of you have answers to these questions and you've thought about them long and hard. And others of you might have a little bit of an idea, but you're still not sure yet. And then some of you may have difficulty answering these questions because you haven't really thought about them. Like, it isn't something that you've considered, or maybe you're a little scared, or you're a little fearful of the future and what will happen in the future. If you're going on a trip usually I try to make a list of everything that I want to pack whenever I go on a trip. And you have to decide what to pack and what not to pack. Especially if, you're trying to fit it all in a carry-on that you want to put on a plane. There's only so many things that you can pack. Wherever you're going, you got to ask the question, is it going to be hot? Or is it going to be cold? Are you going to go swimming? What kind of toiletries are you going to need? These questions are important. And it's the same way in life. We make choices along the way. And these choices determine where we're going. Just as important to figure out what you're going to pack when you go on a trip, it's important to think about the choices that you make that will ultimately determine where you're going in life. Even the choices that seem small and insignificant. So let's get to our scripture passage for tonight. This comes from this comes from John 4. We're going to be looking at verses 13 through 18. If you're familiar with the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman, this is that story. So we're going to read just a little bit that's in the middle, and we're going to talk about the context as well. So here we go, John 14, 13 through 18. It says, Jesus answered, "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water so that I won't get thirsty and have to keep coming here to draw water." He told her, "Go, call your husband and come back." "I have no husband," she replied. Jesus said to her, "You are right when you say you have no husband. The fact is, you have had 5 husbands, and the man you now have is not your husband. What you have just said is quite true." The verses that we just read are from Jesus' encounter with the Samaritan woman. As Jesus and his disciples were traveling to Galilee, he decided to go through Samaria. And most Jews didn't do this because they considered Samaritans just pagans and unclean. They didn't want to have anything to do with Samaritans. You didn't want to be caught in the presence of a Samaritan. But Jesus travels through Samaria anyway, and on their journey, he stops in this Samaritan village where he sits at a well in the middle of the day, and there's a woman that comes to the well to draw water. Now, there's so many crazy things that are happening in this story that most readers don't really recognize these things because we live in a different time, in a different place. So really, Jesus shouldn't be talking to this woman without her husband present. That was not a good thing to do. And kind of was frowned upon. It would be viewed as inappropriate. And this woman is coming to the well during the middle of the day. So normally all the women would come to draw the water that they needed for that day at the beginning of the day when it wasn't as hot and the sun wasn't beating down on them. So this woman's coming to the well when no one else is coming. Ultimately because she wants to avoid their judgmental eyes. She doesn't want to have to deal with the gossip and the slander and those judgmental eyes. One day when you have kids, you'll begin to see what it's like to have all these kind of dreams for them, for your kids. As parents, we dream about what our kids are going to be like when they grow up, what kind of jobs they're going to have, who they're going to marry. But ultimately, it's up to you. It's up to my kids to make their own decisions as they get older. The same it was for me whenever I got to a certain age and was able to make all my own choices. There will come a day when my kids make choices that I probably don't agree with. And that's part of growing up, and that's part of parenting your own kids. But I wonder, with this story, I wonder what dreams the parents of this Samaritan woman had. I wonder if she thought that this was how her life was going to turn out. We learn in our text that we just read that she had 5 husbands. And even by today's standards, having 5 husbands is a lot. And the man that she was with at the time Jesus was talking to her, the man she's living with is not her husband. So this woman has been through a lot. And so this is why she's coming to the well in the middle of the day instead of the morning. She doesn't want to have to conversate with other people about what's going on. Oh, I changed the new angle. Yeah, you guys are paying attention. Excellent. I don't like that angle. That's a horrible angle. Anyway, so this woman is coming to the well in the middle of the day. She wants to avoid everybody, and she runs into Jesus. Kind of to think about what she's been through. This leads us to our first point. Small choices over time can make huge impacts. This woman, she'd made a lot of choices to be where she was at this moment. It wasn't like she made one choice and all of a sudden she had 5 husbands and was living with a different man. She had made multiple choices and she was going in a specific direction. This is why I asked the question, where are you going? Where do you want to be? I think these are important questions, and I wonder if she's ever really thought about those questions as she was growing up. Small choices over time can make huge impacts. And so there's this quotation that I really like by C.S. Lewis, and it's a little stark, but I think it's helpful to kind of get just the basic idea of how our choices matter. And it's this: the safest road to hell is the gradual one, the gentle slope, soft underfoot, without sudden turnings, without milestones, without signposts. And the reason I share this quote is it basically just means that, when you end up in a bad situation, it was usually because of a choice or multiple choices that led you to where you are now. The woman at the well didn't choose to go from being like a sweet, innocent teenager to being a 5-time divorcee who hid from everyone. That didn't happen because of one choice. That happened over the course of time with a series of small decisions. She found herself in this spot. And that's what this quote is all about, is that, to end up in bad situations, it's gradual. It doesn't just happen all of a sudden. It's not like, one day all of a sudden, you're a serial killer. There's things in your past, and there's a makeup of something that's of you and who you are that has led you to being a serial killer, So it doesn't just happen overnight. It's these small choices over time. They can make these huge impacts. And so, one of the things that that helps me when I think about this is there's this instrument that's called a sextant. Okay. Yeah, I know it's got the word sex in it, but it's the word sextant. And basically what this is, it's a navigational instrument that measures the angular distance between 2 visible objects. So a lot of times sailors, now they have computers and stuff like that, but they used to use a device, and some may still use a sextant. It's this navigational instrument. It's measuring the angular distance between 2 visible objects. So it's meant to help them navigate, especially at sea. So you might use it to measure the angle of a celestial object with the horizon. So whether it's the sun or the moon or a specific star, and you measure that with the horizon. So this sextant, it's a very precise measuring device, and you have to know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, it's not really going to help you at all. But basically, if you don't measure correctly, you could end up in the wrong place entirely. So if you were only sailing maybe 100 feet and your measurement was off by 1/10 of a percent, like 1/10 of a degree, then you would end up a few feet to the right of your target. Okay, so that's just going 100 feet. If you were off by 1/10 of a degree, you'd be a few feet off of your target. But if you were going from Los Angeles, like you were going from Los Angeles to Hawaii, and you used a sextant to sail there, and your boat, if you were off by 1/10 of a degree, you'd miss Hawaii completely, and you would end up in Australia. That is how precise the measurements have to be on a sextant. If you're off by just a tiny bit, you could end up in a whole different kind of place. A lot of times the decisions that we make can take us further away from where we want to be without us even knowing it. Just like using a sextant and the measurement being off. A lot of times our decisions can take us farther away from where we want to be. And a lot of time it's without us even knowing it. You know, God loves you too much to let you stay where you are. God wants to transform you and empower you to be a force of good in the world. And he wants you to know him and to make him known. He wants your life to be filled with good things so that in turn you can bless others. This is what it's all about. This is the gospel. This is the good news of Jesus' death for us. Jesus, interestingly enough, didn't call out this woman for having these husbands and then leave. It wasn't like, well, you've been married several times. I'm not talking to you. See you later. No, he made her aware that he knew about this, but then he helped her. If you go on to read, he helped her realize what it means to worship in spirit and truth. He revealed himself as the Messiah to her. Jesus didn't do that to very many people, but to this woman, this person that they would have considered a pagan and unclean, someone that he shouldn't be caught dead talking to, he revealed himself to her. He showed her a better way. He changed her life. Jesus says this to her, and I think this is what he says to us tonight. This is point number 2. Stop trying to get where you want to be on your own and trust me. So many times in our lives, we try to do things on our own. We have these great big plans of what we want to do and where we want to go and where we want to be. But ultimately, God asks us to trust him. Trust him with where we're going, where we want to be. You know, if you've never asked yourself these questions, where are you going? Where do you want to be? The time to start is now. You might as well not wait till you're an adult, because you may not be where you want to be by that time. The time to ask these questions is now. Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years? Where do you want to be, and where are you going? Take a look at the choices that you are making right now. And the choices that you are making will determine where you're going and where you want to be. You know, my answer to those questions is I want to be in a place where I can grow with God, I can help my family trust in God, and I can disciple teenagers. Like I can help teenagers follow Jesus. This is my calling. This is my mission in life. This is why I do what I do. This is why this is my job. And I can tell you right now that I don't always make the right decisions. I don't always make the right choices. I don't always treat the people around me with respect, my friends or students or my family. You know, I don't always focus on my spiritual life like I should. And sometimes I don't disciple teenagers to the best of my ability. We are all imperfect. We're all broken. We all mess up. But I know that Christ has my back. He has your back as well. And I can renew my strength in him. I can confess my failings to him, and I can make things new. And tomorrow is a new day. You know, when we pick up this lesson in a few weeks, we're going to begin to look at some of the things that we can focus on to help us figure out where we're going and where you want to be. So essentially, we're going to take a measurement of the choices that you're making, the choices that we're making, and where it's taking us. Where do you want to be, and where are you going? So that's what we're going to focus on. But I hope and pray that as you listen tonight, that you seriously begin to ask yourself these questions. Where are you going? And where do you want to be? Not necessarily just in life, like what your career is, but like your desire, your longing, your calling. What is the calling that God has put on your life? He wants so much for you. He wants you to have the best things in life. But it takes following him and being obedient. And God blesses us. I'm not saying there won't be hard times, because there will. But we can rest assured that our joy will be eternal in him. We can spend eternity with him as well. So I hope and pray that as you listen tonight, if you don't remember anything else, if you don't take away anything else, begin asking yourself these questions. Where are you going? And where do you want to be? All right. That is all I have for you tonight for Collision Live. Thank you so much for all of you joining us. Don't forget that we're going to have online games this Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It'll go from like 7 to 8:30 p.m. We'd love for you to join us. We play Jackbox games, so all you got to do is log on your computer I'll text out the link or send out an e-card. It might even be below this video. If it's not, I'll edit it and I'll put it there. But all you do is click that link, and then you'll join our Google Meet, and then you're going to need a phone or a tablet to play as well. So we're going to do some online games this Thursday. I hope that you can join us. Like I said, there will be no Collision next week, so tune in here in a couple weeks as Alex and Mitchell lead us. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I hope that you guys can join us. That's all I got. We love you. God loves you. He knows you. He sees you. So I want you guys to take care. If you need anything, please reach out to me. I love you guys. We'll talk to you later. All right, bye.